I recently just bought this collection, and today we're just going to flip through it. I'm going to pull out the cards showing you kind of my processing steps of how I take a collection that I buy off of Facebook Marketplace and how I get it ready and prepped to put on TCG Player. So let's jump down into it and go through this binder. I bought this collection this week off of Facebook Marketplace. And like I said, we're just going to go through it. As you can see from the first page, there's nothing like huge in this collection, but there's a lot of good cards, and it's cards that can move easily, that I can move easily, be it on TCG Player or as a vendor, because I'm trying to get a lot of inventory going right now for that to be ready for a vending event. So what I usually do, I open it up and I just go through. I start grabbing the cards. Like that Charizard EX looks nice. I just pull out all the cards, and I know it's kind of hard to see, but I usually just set them off to the side, and I go through and I pull out all of the cards out of this, because once I have them out of the binder, they'll never be back in a binder while I own. Oh, there was 2 cards inside of here. Looks like here we got a Pokeball version, and that is a Master Ball Dreepy. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen these in person, so that's pretty cool to see. Got a Rayquaza. That's actually a pretty good one. If you're like keeping up with anything going outside the market, this feels off. That's another thing about a collection, is that you never know what's fully inside sometimes. Looks like there's 2 Kyogres in this. So just to keep this part of it moving, I'm just going to show you the first few pages of what I got. I hope you can still see this over here. But this collection, like I had from different sets, it looks like they're more towards the beginning of the Scarlet and Violet, which not all of them are. Like there's SSP, Fuecoco, that's a good one to pick up. The Fanfi's not bad. But yeah, this is like the type of stuff you can find on Facebook Marketplace. Like, you got a page full of EXs. Like, I'm just gonna go through and show you what's inside this collection, and then moving to the next step of what I do after I pull it all out, so that way I don't just bore you on camera. I really like this Tatsugiri. I like the way it looks. That feels thick too. Oh, kind of like that. That's why. Like there's 2 of them stacked inside there. Sweet. More of a bonus. And that's what you'll notice as well, like on Facebook Marketplace. Like you can only do 9 or 10 photos on Facebook Marketplace. Well, there's more than 9 or 10 pages. They just took like this one page. I didn't even see this page at all in the listing, which is overall great for me. Because like this Tyranitar, Lapras, like these are, none of these are huge cards, but these are like, $2 to $4 a piece. I already have that. I'm also looking as like a collector myself, right? Because I'm still trying to finish Scarlet and Violet base set. So SVO1 and SVO2, as well as Silver Tempest. Like that's my 3 sets that I'm trying to finish. So I will go through this as well before I put them up and list them, just to make sure there's nothing in here that I don't need, because I'd rather go ahead and keep it now instead of trying to look for it later. We got a Full Art Snorlax V. I know that's worth around $10, 8 to 10. But that's the thing, is that like TCG Player, like you don't have to. Oh, there's the Ethan's Ho EX. That's a good one. Like you don't have to chase after. You don't have to be selling the $200, $300 alt arts or big hits. Like the $2 to $5 range moves faster. So you could sell, granted, I know 50 of them makes up $100, right? But you can move them 50 a lot faster than you probably could the $100 card, like on TCG Player. That's just what I've been noticing. It's a lot faster to move smaller dollar value cards. These tripped me up because I didn't open any of these packs when it came out. But just seeing that color of a card, to me, it's strange. They look cool though. But like this type of stuff, I had no idea. Like, and I'm flipping back. Like this page of V's, that wasn't in a listing. These pages of, oh, where'd it go? All these EXs, I had no clue about all these when I made the offer. And we negotiated and worked out a price together, like, which is understandable. And worked out for me. I was able to pick this up, and it worked out for them because they needed money to fix their car. So it's like a win-win for both of us. They were able to move all their stuff quickly and get a pocket full of money. And then I have stuff that I can put on TCG Player and sell slowly and keep stuff behind on the side for, like I said, when I go to vend. I think we got a page full of rares. More rare. There's a Dragon Ball Z card. Love Dragon Ball Z. Which, as you can see from this, I didn't even turn on. There we go. Now it's on. I forget to move that around, but yeah, oh, my camera just followed me. Okay. Big Dragon Ball Z fan. So like something like this, I don't know what I'd do with it. Dragon Ball Super card game. Looks cool. I mean, it's Goku Black. That's a cool looking card. I'll probably just set this off to the side. I don't know what to do with it. So we'll just see what I end up doing. Feels like there's a bunch of cards in here. Like they just stacked up. Dear goodness, how many cards they put in one slot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like 7 rares. One without a sleeve in it. So now that spot's, they ruined that part of the binder. And I believe there's a few more things to here towards the back. So let's just flip. This is their promo stuff that they had going. Again, Lugia EX, which is nice. I like the way that looks. I've never seen these cards before, like the Drops in the Ocean, the Sunseed, and the Scorching Charcoal. But it's all used like a Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. So that's pretty cool. And the borders of them are really cool too. Let's see if I can maybe be able to pick that up on camera. It's not a Cosmo Hollow. Well, it's like a digital Cosmo Hollow, if that makes sense. There's a lot more sparkle to it than a regular Cosmo Hollow. These Pikachu sell really quick. It's hard to keep those things around. I love picking them up whenever I can. I love the way this King Gambit looks, though. I like the way the artwork's drawn on that. And I miss the mom. Creepy Pokemon to me. But someone has to love it. There's people out there that are Mr. Mom lovers. And more to them, but Mr. Mom, I've never been a big fan of Mr. Moms. And then for the last page, we have more promos, like you have box toppers for ETBs in here, and just some other regular promos from different box sets. So that's pretty much the main collection. That first page that we pulled out had most of the big hits in it. I know this Counter Catcher has some value to it. This Fuecoco has value. I'm pretty sure this Artibex. Like, there's cards in here that, are above $10 to $20 range. So what I'm going to do next, off camera, I'm going to pull all these out, and then I'll show you the next step that I go through. This is what I'm left with. Got a stack of cards that I now need to go through. So, what I usually do here, hopefully these lights don't blow out the camera too much. But I go underneath a light, and let's transition back down. So what I usually do from here is I go through and I usually use my card sorter tray. I'm not going to be using that just for space, to save space up here. But I'll go through and like all these sleeves, I no longer want to use these. So what I would do is I would come through, I'll take off the old sleeve, I'm going to condition the card, which I'm trying not to get into that phone. Make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, like there's something wrong with this card. Let me see if I can get this in camera view. But, right, do I have anything to point with? No, I do not. But here, right here, and right here. I'm going to stand up, look at this one, see if I can get it in a camera view. It's hard for me to do this. Can you see them scratches? You can see that one. Like there is some deep scratching and deep scratches through the face of the card and through the hollow. Like it looks like it goes through the hollow back. Can you see any indentations on the back? No. Cannot. Other than that, this card's in good shape, but like everything else about the card's in good shape. But for me, because of how these aren't just like little surface scratches. These are heavier scratches. I'm just going to go ahead and just be safe on my end. I'm going to start a pile and say that this is MP. So I usually, for right now, what I've been doing near mint, light play, and MP, minor play. That's usually, if it goes into heavy play, I usually put them in another box, set aside. So I know for myself, that is a minor played card. Let's look at this Bolton V. I usually don't spend like a huge amount of time on this, but I spend enough to go through the card. Like that one has me guessing. Not guessing. I don't want to say that. This one has me having to look through it a little bit harder because it looks like right here on this end of the card, like it's kind of pulled up. Like it's not separated by any means, but like this section of the card got slightly bent up. So because of that, I mean, yeah. I'm usually pretty harsh on my grading. I'm one of the people that will knock it down a tier quickly instead of trying to fight with it. That one I'm probably going to do as a light play just because of that slight little bend in the corner of it. But this is what I'll do with the entire stack. I'll go through and I'll condition every single card and see where all they fall at. And then, is that one good? Yeah. Okay, that's a near mint. So I'll put that in a near mint. So I'll do that with this whole stack. Near mint, light play, MP, and then anything heavy damaged or heavily played HP and damaged, I'll set aside for right now because I want to get all the cards listed. I'll go through, I'll do the stack of near mint, light play, minor play. I'll do that, and then I'll alphabetize them by set. Or I'll organize them by set, I guess is a better way to say it because it's not alphabetizing a set. Get them all grouped together, and then I'll alphabetize each set. And then I'll have several different stacks because there's several different sets within this collection. I'll pull up a filtered CSV file. I'll export it off of TCG Player. And I'll go through and I'll list all these cards in one run. And then upload it onto TCG Player. Run my mass pricing tool. And then I'll take all these stacks of cards and then put them away into these boxes. That is the steps that I go through. Never keep, to me, it's just a thing. I never keep someone's old sleeves. It's always better just to put them in a penny sleeve. That way you know that you have a new sleeve on them and you've gone through and looked at the cards. So I hope this video is helpful to you in any type of way. You can just kind of see how stuff is done in the background because, this ain't the glamorous side of having a TCG business, right? I'm going through, I'm grading cards. I'll be organizing. I'll be using alphabetizing stuff. And then I'll be using a spreadsheet to list all this stuff. And then I put this cardboard in more cardboard boxes, right? It's not the flashy side of the business, but this is the part of the business that makes you money. Actually, the initial buy-in is what the part that makes you money, but then you have to follow through, do all the work, and put in the time to be able to sell them and make the money. So if you got anything helpful out of this, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, follow along as I put out more videos on growing this business and making more content for YouTube. Till then, I'll see you on the next one.